up, everyone? I'm Marilee Blair, and I'm a serious travel addict as I've been to 54 countries so far. And today, I'm going to talk to you about my second favorite city in the world, Santorini, Greece. Santorini is a Greek island in the Aegean Sea that is famous for its breathtaking views, white buildings with blue roofs, and clear blue waters. Santorini is definitely a bucket list destination worth visiting. So here are some of my travel tips for hotels, activities, food, and recommendations of things to do to help you plan your trip. My first trip to Santorini was back in August 2016, and my husband and I stayed in Oia, which Oia and Fira are the most popular towns in Santorini. Oia is the most famous because it's where the white and blue roofs are that you see in postcards and all over social media, with so many shops and restaurants. Since we had that experience of staying there in Oia, we decided that for our second Santorini trip in September 2022, that we wanted to stay in Akrotiri to experience something completely different and get a hotel room with a private jacuzzi with a view of the famous Caldera cliff view. Now, for hotels and activities, here are the two hotels that we stayed at on our different Santorini trips. Let's start with the first one that we stayed at in Oia in August 2016. We stayed at the Orizontes Hotel and Villa. Cost was about $469 per person for hotel and breakfast, which was about $938 for two people. And it's a great deal that we got with our travel club. Unfortunately, that travel club no longer exists, otherwise I would mention it. So this package was 5 days and 4 nights deal. It included 4 breakfasts and 2 dinners, a credit voucher of 30 euros per person to be used in the hotel facilities, pool bar, and main restaurant, and another 50 euros in hotel credit per person to also use on hotel amenities. Plus, you got a bottle of wine and platter of fruits upon arrival. It also included a welcome reception on the first day with drinks and appetizers, a full day island tour to visit the historical ruins in Akrotiri, which is even older than the famous Pompeii in Italy. And we went to the Black Sand Beach in Parissa, Santo Wines Winery for a tasting of 3 wines, and a stop in Oia Village to watch the sunset, with a guide and transportation for this tour. By the way, you have to watch the sunset in Oia and Santorini. It's the most popular thing to do there. You'll see it gets really packed. Plus, their sunsets are absolutely gorgeous and magical. The day after this inclusion, we had an included dinner and sunset cruise on a wooden boat in Reno's port. The first stop was at the volcano, aka Isle of New Kameni, where we hiked, and then went to Pale Kameni, where we got to swim in the hot springs and enjoy a yummy dinner buffet. Our last day included a 3-course dinner at a popular restaurant in Fira that overlooked the Aegean Sea, and we watched the sunset. I wish I could remember the restaurant name, but you honestly cannot go wrong with any restaurant overlooking the Caldera view in Fira or Oia. So these were all the inclusions for our first 2016 Santorini trip. The only thing we added on our own was seeing the red sand beach, riding a donkey, and riding around to see all of Oia and Fira renting ATVs, which is really fun, and it's a popular thing to do there, and it's the easiest way to get around their very narrow streets. They also offer a bus from Oia to Fira and back, so you don't have to do the long walk. Your hotel can tell you the exact spot to walk to, so it's in proximity of where you are, depending what hotel you're staying at. So since we had included a lot in our first Santorini trip, this second Santorini trip in 2022, we decided to relax a lot more and enjoy the other side of Greece, which again is Akrotiri. So now, for the second hotel that we stayed in Akrotiri in September 2022, I really wanted a hotel that gave us a private jacuzzi on our balcony. So after a lot of research, we found Sisu Suites, and we were able to get a suite that had a hot tub with a Caldera view for 6 days and 5 nights. For this trip, we used my husband's Chase Reward points to help cover the costs, so the total was $1,000 $475.72, and we used his points of $463.34. So the total we paid was $1,012.38, which comes out to about $202.47 per night, which is a great deal for 5 nights in Greece. And to have our own private jacuzzi was so worth it for the romantic experience while looking at the stunning views of the ocean. Plus, it included a free buffet breakfast every morning and a beautiful pool. And our hotel had my absolute favorite plain Greek yogurt with honey of the entire trip in the free breakfast. I miss it so much. So since we did more relaxing on the second Santorini trip, the only other things we added for activities was to see a different black sand beach. So we went to Nabu Beach Bar Santorini at Crotiri. We rented chairs here and we ate such a yummy lunch. And the other thing that we did a professional photo shoot in Ia, and it was amazing to have such beautiful photos to document one of our favorite cities. And then we also just re-walked through Ia and Fira, taking our time to just enjoy the beauty and these amazing cities. Food recommendations. Since most of our hotels included so much food for both trips, it was more of this second Greece trip that I have more of these food recommendations. So the best dinner in Akrotiri and hotel, we should have stayed there because it just had the most romantic vibes and gorgeous views, and an infinity pool that lit up is called Alali Restaurant. Definitely make reservations because they book up really fast. Such amazing food. I love the amberjack fish that I got, and just everything was so delicious, and I just can't get over the views. The other dinner spot that was walking distance from our hotel that we really love so much that we ate there twice is called the Good Heart. We love their fish, Mike loved their lamb and meats, the salad, the yogurt, and you have to try a moussaka dish. It's incredible, so delicious. I got the one with eggplant, and it's basically an eggplant casserole in this small pot, and it was definitely one of my favorite meals on the trip. It really is so filling, so Mike and I realized after we should have just shared one instead of getting our own. That way we could have enjoyed it and other food more. And the 3 best lunch spots in Ia: Lotza Restaurant has been around since 1982 and seriously had the best view of Ia and the most delicious mussels. And we just love taking our time at this restaurant. Second favorite lunch restaurant was Thalami Restaurant in Ia. They also had really amazing views, yummy smoothies, great yogurt, and a nice light brunch if you wanted brunch or lunch. And I mentioned the third place already where we had a great lunch was at the Black Sand Beach in Akrotiri called Nabu Beach Bar. Mike got an amazing burger there and I got a yummy salad, and the pita bread was so good. The 2 best drink spots in Santorini with amazing views to enjoy the sunset: Enigma Cafe has a gorgeous spot to watch that sunset, and they had amazing yogurt. They topped it off with so much fruit and honey. It was so good. And the V Lounge Cafe and Cocktail Bar, another amazing place to just order drinks and enjoy that unobstructed view of the Aegean Sea of the Caldera volcano while the sun sets. And for dessert, of course, you have to get yogurt in Greece. It's a million times better than our yogurt in the US. And you can't go wrong anywhere to get yogurt or gelato. But a very popular yogurt spot you have to go is called Solo Gelato. They've been around since 1951, and it's a frozen yogurt style. Get one flavor and you can add any toppings just like they do in the States. They usually are passing out samples, and that's how they got us and most people, but you have to go. It's so worth it. And it's on your way when you're walking into the main plaza of Ia, where the first church is, so you won't miss them as you walk there. Thank you all for exploring the world one video at a time with me, your own personal bougie budgeter. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, and look for brand new episodes every Wednesday. Let me know what country you want me to talk about in the sections below. And for all helpful links and info I mentioned the video, please read them in my description.